Hey everybody, it's Top 5 Wednesday, and today's topic is favorite polarizing books. Now, I looked at a lot of my lists, and I don't really have a lot of books that are favorites of mine that people either love or hate. I don't know, a lot of nonfiction doesn't seem like people have opinions about it necessarily, or I don't know. So I kind of split the list in half, and I'm going to give you the names of 5 books that are polarizing, 3 of which I like or love, and 2 of which I really didn't really care for. One of them, I guess it's more lukewarm, but everybody loved it so much and raved on it, and it was okay. But anyway, we'll get there. So the first book or series that I think is polarizing for some people is the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I really enjoyed the atmosphere, the setting descriptions. I thought the magic behind it was interesting. I don't do a lot of YA and I don't do a lot of series, but this one really drew me in, especially with the Darkling. I loved that kind of arc. I loved Nikolai, Alina. I mean, there's just several characters I really appreciated in there, and I know some people didn't get into it, and even if they liked Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, Grisha was not their favorite. For me, Grisha trilogy was phenomenal, and I really enjoyed it. The second book that I really love that have several people kind of leering at, and I guess there is some controversy because of some comments on race that I didn't even know about until recently, is Caitlin Moran's book, How to Be a Woman. This book I got, I don't know, ages ago. I've read it several times. I've loaned it out several times. My 2 favorite chapters in here are, well, I have several, but one of them is why you should have kids, and one is why you shouldn't have kids. And I just appreciate that she kind of looks at all different aspects of being at least a white cis female. I do know there's also some opinions about that as well. She had a whole chapter on body hair and how it's so unfair that women have to think about those kinds of things. It's a financial liability, it's a time liability, and it really just pissed me off that, yeah, I should not have to worry about all this stuff as much as I do. So anyway, I really love that book. I know that there's some controversial opinions about Caitlin herself, but that said, I enjoyed the book. The third book that I guess is polarizing, at least on Goodreads, is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. And I found out recently this was made into a movie, I think with Nicole Kidman, so I definitely want to try and see it. This book was a psychological thriller about a woman who every morning when she wakes up, she can't remember the previous things. So she has a journal that kind of is supposed to help remind her of things, but as you go through, you don't know what's true, what's not true, what in the, like, who the people who are talking to her are saying is true. And anyway, I really enjoyed the book. I haven't been reading a ton of psychological thrillers, but I'm getting there a little bit more. And that one was a fun one to read. So I really liked Before I Go to Sleep. Now, the 2 books that I just kind of don't understand the hype around. My Antonia by Willa Cather, and I've had to read this twice, once for a book club and once for academic decathlon in high school. If I have to hear her talk about waves of grain and fields and grass over and over again, like I just did not see what the hype was about. And John Steinbeck does a lot of landscape describing in his books. I don't mind it when he does it. I think he's brilliant. But my Antonia I could not. It was so awful for me. And I know some people, it's like their favorite book. I don't understand. But, we're all different. It's okay. You're a good person, even if you apparently like my Antonia. I don't know. And the last book that I want to talk about that has a polarizing opinions on it, and I haven't even heard anybody not love this book very much. It's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I had so many, maybe it was because of the hype. I had so many people talking about how this book was just going to blow my mind. It's going to revolutionize how I think about the world. I don't know. I mean, it was okay, but really it was just, I don't know. I got to the end and kind of thought, okay. A lot of times if I don't like a book, I will just stop reading. But that one I felt like I should try. Everybody's talking about it. Anyway, Ready Player One, not my favorite. So I would love to know in the comments, what are your polarizing books that you either love or hate? Do you have any of the same opinions as I do on these books? Do you completely disagree? I would love to know that too, because I don't know, maybe there is something good about my Antonia. Please tell me in the comments if you know of something that I might appreciate. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later and have a great Wednesday. Bye.